The Keth-7 Flight Competition had 116 entrants. Pilot Vrex of the Aurelian Flight Corps had won it the last 4 years. His species' neural-to-motor response time was the fastest of any coalition race, a fact that Vrex mentioned in detail to every competitor who looked like a threat. He assessed human pilot Lieutenant James Nakamura as not a threat. He said so, loudly. James heard him. He didn't respond. He walked to his fighter, ran his pre-flight checks with steady precision, and took his position on the launch rail without any visible reaction. Vrex interpreted the silence as confirmation of his assessment. What Vrex did not account for, what his measurements and biological advantages could not fully capture, was that James Nakamura had invested thousands of hours in preparation that did not depend on raw reflex alone. Over time, James had studied Aurelian flight doctrine in detail. He had analyzed prior competitions, including Vrex's previous victories. From that analysis, he identified recurring behavioral patterns, subtle tendencies in timing, directional preference, and decision points that appeared consistently under competitive pressure. He did not attempt to surpass Vrex in reaction speed. He optimized for anticipation. The race began. At high speeds, with tightly packed competitors and narrow margins for error, most pilots relied on instinctive responses. Vrex, as expected, established an early lead through rapid adjustments and efficient control inputs. James remained within range. At turn 4, a segment known among experienced pilots as a critical divergence point, Vrex initiated a maneuver consistent with his historical pattern, a decisive directional shift designed to gain separation from trailing competitors. James was already aligned with that outcome. He entered the turn in a position that placed him advantageously relative to Vrex's anticipated trajectory. Not by matching speed, but by arriving early to the space Vrex was likely to occupy. The result was a shift in relative positioning that Vrex had not predicted in real time. For the next several turns, Vrex attempted to correct his path. Each adjustment required reevaluation of a situation that no longer matched his expected model of the race. His recovery efforts were precise but reactive. James maintained consistency. He did not need to outpace Vrex in reaction time. He only needed to remain ahead of his decisions. By the final stretch, the gap between them had stabilized. James Nakamura crossed the finish line 14 seconds ahead. At the award ceremony, Vrex approached him. His posture was controlled, but there was a clear acknowledgement that the result challenged his previous assumptions. "How did you beat my reaction time?" he asked. "I didn't," James replied. His tone was straightforward, without emphasis. "Your reflexes are faster than mine. They probably always will be." He paused briefly. "But I studied you. I learned your patterns. I knew where you were going before you did." He extended his hand. "Good race." Vrex looked at the gesture for a moment. It was unfamiliar to him in this context, not as a formality, but as an expression of mutual recognition after competition. Then he accepted it. They shook hands. "Teach me this studying," Vrex said. "Deal," James replied. "Teach me your reaction drills." Their collaboration began shortly after. They trained together, combining Vrex's natural speed with James's analytical preparation and pattern recognition. Over time, each adapted aspects of the other's strengths. Vrex improving his anticipatory awareness, James refining his response efficiency. In subsequent competitions, both demonstrated consistent performance. And neither of them lost a race to anyone else. Please follow my channel for more videos. One click from you can change my life.